What's up, guys, and welcome to the YieldTomato channel, where we're bringing you the second pickups video for 2016. And, yeah, we've got some pretty okay. Nothing's, like, super out there, really, this time. Most of these were, well, okay, I shouldn't even say most. There are a couple that were really out there that a lot of people probably aren't very familiar with, and then there are a couple that are. So, we're going to start with some PSP titles. The first one being Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Picked this up at a CD Game Exchange. It was only a couple dollars, and it's complete. And I didn't really get into the Monster Hunter series until 4, because 4 was the most newbie friendly, I should say. So it got me really interested in the series as a whole after that. So I started, picking these up as I see them. And Freedom Unite was one I do remember being very very heavily marketed in America compared to the others. So, and I remember getting pretty good reviews too, but I also could be remembering wrong. That's been a thing. But yeah, so I'm trying to pick these up as I see them. I'm not going out of my way for them, but if I spot them, I'm going to grab them. Ugh, excuse me. The next one is actually a very lesser-known PSP game, but is making kind of a comeback on the 3DS because it's being marketed as a Harvest Moon spin-off, or I should say a Story of Seasons spin-off, since shenanigans. And that would be, I believe I'm pronouncing this right, Popokicrois. Basically, it's if I remember right, or from what I can tell, it's a turn-based RPG that almost reminds me of a Ghibli film in how its art design is done. The new one is being marketed as a fantasy adventure Story of Seasons kind of thing, which kind of got my fiancé interested in these games. So, local game shop had it in, so we bought it. I'm going to start getting these now. Luckily, there aren't very many, so it's going to be easy to complete this collection. Just keeping up on them as they come out now. That's kind of cool. Next up is some PS2 and Xbox Original. The PS2 we're going to start with is Crimson Sea 2 by Koei. The first one actually was, if I remember right, an Xbox Original exclusive, and this was a PlayStation 2 exclusive, which is really weird to do that with sequels. I really don't like when they do that. I would much prefer to have an entire series on the same platform, so that way you can actually play through them all in succession if you wish to. That being said, this looks really interesting. And I remember seeing it under people's great games that are underappreciated kind of list, or awesome inexpensive games kind of lists. And it has co-op too, so I was like, alright, yeah, this has a lot of potential in it, so I'm going to have to get it. So I did. Again, it was at a game exchange, picked it up for cheap, which was awesome. This is a tactics game now that I'm going to go into that I've never really heard anyone talk about. It looks like, I want to say, Advance Wars crossed with a little bit, and I mean a very little bit, of Front Mission. And it's called Ring of Red. It's from Konami, and it looks really interesting. This isn't something I'd probably fork down a lot of money for, but again, I found it really cheap at a store, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. This looks like something I might actually be able to get into. Tactics games, it's really hit or miss with me, because I'm not the biggest tactics game player, but this one looks like it might appeal to me, much like Front Mission did. So that was kind of a cool thing to spot. This next game came out on the Xbox Original and PS2, and was universally panned. And I picked it up just because I wanted to have another brawler. Final Fight Streetwise. Yeah, this is pretty much horrible from what I've heard. A big no-no to me is the fact that you're not playing as any of the actual Final Fight characters. You can fight alongside them. That was a stupid decision, because no one wants a new character that you have to play as. People liked, the characters they'd already established, particularly people really, attached to Hagar and Guy. And it's nice to see that Cody's made a comeback in Street Fighter, just like all the others, but it's not quite the same. The biggest thing that this drew with me was the fact that it has 2-player co-op, which I think could be hilarious. So, and again, you know, much like the Yakuza games that I showed you last time, it's a run-around beat-em-up, and I feel like there aren't a lot of games like that out there, and some of them are actually a lot better than people give them credit for. So I figured I'd pick it up and give it a shot myself at some point. So, again, a couple bucks didn't bother me to pick that up. I also picked up a copy of Shovel Knight for the Wii U. I unfortunately did not back this particular project. I don't think this was the same time frame as other stuff I was looking at, but there was a time when I was going gung-ho on Kickstarters. I actually have backed a nice handful of games, and Fangamer Earthbound Pack. I've backed the Shantae, Half Genie Hero, Bloodstained, Shenmue, Nightcry. Just to name, you know, I think that's all of them, hopefully. And I have not backed tiny amounts in most of these. I've backed a pretty big amount. So, but this one I think I missed out on for one reason or another. However, it looks awesome. I've played little bits of it. I really enjoyed it. And to make things even better, there's a lot of cameo things in terms of people that helped work on the game. For example, Matt Boysen. The guy that made Shantae along with his wife. He actually directed part of the game for a day. So that was kind of a cool little thing. There's a lot of, I guess it's indie support that goes into games like this. And this is one of those games that I feel is going to stand the test of time because of it was the way it was designed. Not like older games where they're pushing the boundaries, but because this was one that was designed to look like that, to play like that, to function like that. It is effectively precision perfection in what they were aiming for, I feel. So I think it's a great one. That, and it came with a digital download of the soundtrack, which is fantastic. Kaufman did a great job on that. Now, I picked up another Wii U game. This one has also gotten universally bad reviews. I have played it at my friend's house. It is not nearly as bad as people are making it out to be. Granted, it's not great, but it's better than a lot of people are claiming it is. And I've heard a lot of really good things about the online, which will be interesting to try at some point. And that is Notorious Itagiki's Devil's Third. The story is absolute garbage. It is so bad it hurts. Not to mention the fact that the main character is a stereotypical Russian serving 900 years in prison who also happens to have a bunch of Japanese characters tattooed all over his body. That's a thing. But there's a lot of components that look really interesting in this game. That it's not nearly as bad as people make it out to be. From what I played with it at a friend's place, we enjoyed it. I think we played it for like 2 hours. We had fun with it. So, try not to get these from scalpers if you can help it, because that's most of what people did is they bought them to try and resell them, because Nintendo did not really... They may have been the publisher, but they did not really back this game very well. They did not market it They didn't market it at all, actually. They did super limited print run. The store I work at had the game in the system, in the computer system for being able to ring and everything, but never received any. That's not a good sign. So yeah, I'm actually I'm borderline excited to actually get in and play this game, because I enjoyed what little I did play of it. Some parts were broken, but overall it was still fun. So that'll be a good one to get into later. This next one, I did not purchase. I actually won this on a Facebook giveaway of all things in a group I'm part of. And oddly enough, I won it from someone I actually frequent regularly when we go to the Portland Retro Video Game Expo. And that would be Gunnar STG. It's a vertical shooter, not unlike Raiden, or kind of like Ikaruga, I believe, as well. However, not nearly as difficult as a lot of those games can be, making it far more accessible for a lot of people. So I'm really glad to add this to the collection. It's not a very common one, so it was really interesting to see that he was doing a giveaway on that. I will eventually be paying that forward on that Facebook page. I'll be giving something away. I don't know exactly what yet. I haven't really decided or picked anything out, but it's going to happen. So it's one of those things where I feel that the gift has been given to me and I'm going to give it back. So that's kind of a cool thing. I will also, at some point, be doing another giveaway here on the channel for another system. This time it's being done custom by myself, which is part of what's taking it so long, because between trying to make sure I have gameplay videos so I can post something new every week, I'm also going to work 5 days a week. So getting the time to sit down and finish the customizing that I'm doing to this machine that I'm not going to spoil has been a chore. The system is taken apart, and parts of it are on my kitchen table, and parts of it are in my parents' garage because I don't have a garage, and that's where it is for painting purposes. So eventually I'll be doing something with that. You can count on it. So, what did you guys think of our pickups video this time around? It was a pretty diverse lot, so what did you guys think? Have you played Devil's Third? What did you think of it? I really do want to try the online. I've heard some very interesting things. It's really depressing that a lot of people are on it, but, what did you guys think of it if you played it? Let us know in the comments below. Also, let us know if there are anything that you think we would enjoy playing. We'll go out and we'll take a look, and if we spot it and we like it, we'll pick it up. It may show up in the next pickups video. Who knows? So, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of our pickups, gameplay, and other such random videos we choose to post. So, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.